Hi, happy Friday. How are you today? I am here with some things for us to do today for a few minutes, and then we'll just go ahead and get started. Let me tell you what those things are. Today we're going to talk about long U sound. Makes it sound like you, like ruler. It has a U in there. The long U sound, or a short U, the one that we learned first, like up. Okay, and so we'll do some sorting with the long and the short U in those tubs. I have a story to read to you. It's called Stay in Line, and this is a made up story, and it's about the number 12. So we'll be talking about ways to make a 12. And the last thing I have for you are some math flashcards that we can practice some addition or subtraction. And you could make these at home too. You can make them yourself. You can have somebody make them for you. But it's a great way for you to practice addition and subtraction. So let's go ahead and start with the U activity today with the long and the short U. So I wrote the long U with the straight line over it over here, and the short U over here with the curved line that goes So this says U and this says The U has those two different sounds. And then I take my tubs and I pour out my things. Short U I'll set here. Long U I'll dump here and set here. Okay. Long and short U. So let's start with this one. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. This is glue. Say the word with me. Glue. Do you hear a U in there? Glue. I hear that U. It doesn't say like up. It says U, glue. So that goes in a long one. How about the word bug? Bug. Like up. Like up. So that's the short one. How about this one? Button. Button. That's the short one. Has that short sound. How about the word? Ready for this one? It only has one wheel. People sit on it and ride it. It's a unicycle. Unicycle. U is saying its name, so it's the long U. Unicycle. Excuse me. How about truck? Truck. Is that the long U saying U or the short U saying truck? It's the short U. Here it is, short U, truck. And let's do, this is a funny one to me. I didn't open these up until I got in here. This is a skull, but when I wind it up, look what it does. Got a winder on here. Skull. Your head bone is called your skull. Skull. Short U. Like up. How about juice? Juice. Do you hear a U or do you hear a in there? Juice. You hear a long sound. Juice. That's the long U in there. Let's just do one more here. Actually, this glue must have glue in it because it has a lid. I just found that. All right, let's do one more, and it is one of the animals we've been talking about this week. This is a butterfly. Is a long U like you, or is it a short U like butterfly? Butterfly is that short U sound. Awesome work there. So we will keep those there. Let me move those out of the way. We don't need those anymore. And that was the long U that says U, like unicycle, juice, and the short U that makes the sound, like skull and button and those type of things. So we can sort things by their vowel sounds, long sounds or short sounds. This was U today. So we'll set that one out of the way, and we will move on to our number 12 story. And this is going to have some different ways to make a 12 as we read the story Stay in Line. So I'm going to stop sometimes and write down some ways to make a 12. So this is called Stay in Line. This is by an author named Teddy Slater and an illustrator named Gianna Fiammingia. Wow. Okay, and it says math activities in this one too. So this is a number book with some math activities. Stay in line. 12 girls and boys set off for the zoo. Looks like they're going on a field trip. 6 pairs of children lined up 2 by 2. So I'm going to stop right there. 6 pairs of 2. So we can have 2 6s is a way to make a 12. That's one way to make a 12. 6 plus 6 is a 12. Let's keep going and see if we find some more ways to make a 12. Everyone groaned when the teacher said, "Class, please stay in line. Do not run ahead." Sounds like a teacher to me. But staying together turned out to be fun. There are so many ways that it could be done. 1 dozen children marched out the doors. 3 rows of children marched in 4s. So we have 3 rows of 4. There's 4 and 4 and 4, and that's still the same 12 children. So we could write it like this: 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12. We have 3 rows of 4, and we still have the 12 children. "12 boys and girls climbed onto the bus and sat 3 by 3 without any fuss." So now we have 3 and 3 and 3 and 3, and we still have our 12 children. So let's write that one down. 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 equals 12. 4 3s is another way to make a 12. At the zoo, all the children skipped through the gate. There was one line of 4 and one line of 8. So a 4 and an 8. I'm going to write it down here before I show you. Equals 12. 4 and 8. We still have our 12 children. And we have a 4 and an 8 now to make that 12 children. Okay. Then 12 happy children, each with a smile, skipped toward the hen house. They skipped single file. Single file means in a row with everybody has their own spot. So this is 12 ones. So we could write it, I might need some more space here. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. All the way, so we have 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 equals 12. So if we have 12 ones, that's a way to make a 12. Look at that one. I should have written smaller there when I started. So that was single file. The whole class wanted to look at the chicks, so they crowded around in 2 rows of 6. 6 and 6 is another way to make it 12. Oh, we have that one on here. Look, we already have 6 and 6 is a way to make it 12. There it is. At the llamas, the children could see for themselves. The best way to stand was 1 row of 12. This is like our 12 ones that we did. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 all the way to 12. Later, the children got down on their knees to go play with the bunnies in groups of 2s and 3s. So we have 3 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 3. So we could write down 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3. All together, that's our 12. That's a way to make a 12. Then all in a bunch, the class fed the pigs lunch, gave the ponies some oats, and petted the goats. By the time they had seen every inch of the zoo, there was only one thing the kids wanted to do. "You all must be tired," their teacher guessed. "Why don't you relax now and take a short rest?" We have one more page, I think. So 12 tired children plopped down in a heap, and still all together they fell fast asleep. So that would be like this. 12, a pile of 12, and 0 more equals 12. So we have a lot of different ways we could make a 12 here. 6 and 6, 4 and 4 and 4, that makes 12. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is a 12. 4 plus 8 is a 12. 12 plus 0 is a 12. And 12 ones make a 12. Those are all different ways to make a 12. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to set that over there. And then I'm going to go ahead and change our number of stories we read from 136 to 137. I have my blue marker. I'll keep the same color. 137 books we've read together now. 137. All right. So if you have a paper or something, or we can just talk about it if you don't have a paper that you want to write them down, but I have some math cards here, and we're going to practice adding and subtracting and telling what the answer would be. So I'll hold up the first one. See the plus sign? Plus means we're putting numbers together. 3 plus 2 equals, go ahead and add if you need to, should be a 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. Let's do another one. This is subtraction. You see the minus sign there? 7, take away 0. So if you have 7 and you take 0 of them away, what do you have left? You're right, you have 7 still. Still have 7. How about 5 plus 5? This is one of my favorite ones to do. 5 on one hand and 5 more on the other hand. When you put those together, when you add them, what is the answer? 5 plus 5. Should be a 10. You're right. Let's do another one. This is subtraction. 8, take away 4. So if we have 8, thumbs are down, 8, and we take 4 of them away, what is left? 4 more left. So 8 minus 4 is 4. And I love to do the ones with zeros. 0 plus 10. I have 0, and now I put 10 more with it. How many is that all together? You're right, it's a 10. 0 plus 10 is 10. All right, now we have 9, take away 1. So let's do our 9. That's one thumb down. And we took away 1 more, so I'm going to put away my other thumb. What do we have left? All the fingers is 8. Sure. A couple more. 4 plus 3. Plus means we're adding 4 and 3 more. So 4 here, 3 more. We can put the 4 in our brain and go the next numbers. 5, 6, 7. 4 plus 3 is 7. And we have 2 more here. 1 more subtraction. 8 minus 2. We know that 8 is putting thumbs down. 8 is thumbs down. Take away 2 more. So I'm going to take away 1, 2 here. Put them away. We're left with 4 and 2. 4 and 2 is 6. And 3, 5, take away 3, or 5 minus 3. We have 5, and we're taking 3 of them away. Put those 3 away. What do we have left here? We have left 2. So you can make your own flashcards for yourself to practice. You can give them to somebody else. Like you can make them and have somebody else solve them, and you can tell them if they're right or wrong. Maybe they're going to make some mistakes sometimes, and kind of see if they can trick you a little bit. Or you can hand them to them. You can practice them by yourself. There's a lot of different ways to do that. You can find objects in your house, like with our butterfly and stuff. We can write down beginning sounds. We can write down vowel sounds, all of those things. You can work on a lot of different things with things that you have at home too. So keep working, but have a great weekend this weekend, and I will talk to you again on Monday. We'll be doing some new things next week, and I will see you then. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye.